Pat, tell me about your God sighting.
You know, I thought this is the funniest thing, but I thought about a sighting. As Pastor John said, we're going to do God sightings. And the funniest thing came to me, of course, I had to think about when I was a little child, and there might be a sighting of Santa Claus, you know, and you stand there and you look and you look and you look and you think, oh, I think I saw him. Well, in my own adult sense, I did see him, but it wasn't Santa Claus. It was the real gift giver. It was God. And, you know, God has been so good to me. And I went back at the first part of July, I went for what I thought was a very routine dental appointment to get my teeth cleaned and checked and, you know, check some things out. And my wonderful dentists, they look all in your mouth and they check everything and they look here and there and they check your tongue and everything. And he got up and walked out of the room and he came back in with a mirror and he said, Pat, did you know that you have a tumor on your tongue? And I said, what? And he said, you have a tumor on your tongue. Did you know that? I said, well, it's probably just where I bit my tongue. And he said, oh no. And he showed it to me when he pulled my tongue to the side. It was on the back right side of my tongue. And he proceeded to tell me, he said, now I don't want to frighten you, but these things can often be cancerous and malignant, and I want you to get this checked as soon as possible. And after that, I just began to pray, and I didn't really hear anything else he said. He checked my teeth, and I went to get my teeth cleaned and went through all that mechanically. And I went home and said, I'm going to call and get an appointment right now to get this thing removed. I've got to get this thing removed. Well, God had another plan. God needed to deal with me on trust. And so I couldn't get an appointment it was almost 2 months before anybody had an opening to see me. And I said, Lord, this might be a malignancy. And I said, Lord, I really need to see someone as soon as possible. Well, no matter what I did or how hard I tried, I couldn't get the appointment. And during that time, I look back on it now, and I know that God used that season in my life of waiting to do what I call stretching your tent. As I was sharing with Barbara, my sweet prayer partner, one day, I said, every devotion I read, everything I heard and saw in the Word, it was dealing with trust. There was nowhere I could turn that the word trust wasn't coming up. And the Lord just brought Proverbs back to me that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your paths. And I just said, Lord, forgive me. I need to trust you. If it's 6 months or if it's a year, God, you already know what this is. And Lord, whatever it is, just help me deal with it. And miraculously, God was able to get me and move up a time where I got a cancellation appointment. And I was able to see a wonderful Dr. Hendricks, an ENT doctor. Went in his office and had it removed. But it was a week or more before the pathology report would come back. And one Sunday in church, it was a beautiful song that the choir sang, and Pastor John did something he hadn't done that I could remember since we've been here, and he said, I want you all to sing that one chorus again, and if you've got a need, I want you to come to this altar and give it to the Lord. The Lord is here to take care of your need, to do He's going to give you what you need today. And as they sang that song, I got up and I went to the altar and I found myself not able to pray. All I could say is, God, I'm here. I'm just here. And I know that it's not what we say. God hears our heart.
Yes.
And so that day at the altar, I said, Lord, just give me a second chance. If this thing is malignant, Lord, I know that they will have to remove, if not all of my tongue, a portion of my tongue. God, I like to talk. I like to laugh. I like to try to sing. I want to do these things. But I said, Lord, I realize I've not always done them for you. So I asked the Lord just to give me a chance to do better, to use this tongue and this voice to always give Him glory. Let what comes out of my mouth glorify Him, because it always hasn't. I'm very outspoken, and I have to bite this tongue a whole lot. But I did ask God, and within a week's time, I got the pathology report, and God had answered my prayer. And so here I am talking to give Him glory. Amen. He's good.